Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you can be able to see and hear me. And welcome to this live Q&A session. As we had planned, you can drop your questions in the chat, and I'll be able to go through them. I'll start with the first one here. We had received this question earlier. How do you write profession CV? And I like this question because it's actually one of the key subjects that we're going to discuss today. There are different ways to be writing a CV, but the main thing is for you to understand what is the main purpose of the CV. The CV is what you use to communicate your value, to communicate what you are bringing to the company. So you need to be clear what is it that you want to share with them. Unlike most people who have CVs, which is just a documentation of where you went to school, of where you have worked, a list of your responsibilities, and probably your referees. You forget the fact that that is good information, but it's just a form of facts and figures. But if you can be able to translate it to tell the person who is reading it what will bring in, what that experience will do for them, what those qualifications will actually do for them, then you are able to position yourself in a much better position. There are several sections in the CV. I'm going to go through them in a short while, but just to confirm, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs. Hopefully, can you now hear me? I think there was an issue with the. Let me check my webcam. Okay, I don't know what happened. We froze a little bit. I can see a question there. Hi, someone saying hi. I'm a driver. What can I do? Okay, specifically, if you can have your question much better, let me check what might be the problem with my. Allow me to close the. I think I'm back. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Are we okay? If so, you can drop that in the chat. I want to go to. Okay, I can see the question here. I'm a driver. What can I do? I really don't understand the question. So if you can clarify, the better. Pass. There you go. You're saying hi. Thank you. Caroline Majiko, you are too soft. Oh, I'm too soft. You can't hear me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Let me check my sound levels. Mm-hmm. Here's my audio. Just actually need to test and see. Yeah, I think the sound is okay. Check it. Check it, Mike. Are we okay? Or I can do this. Oh yeah, I think I know where the problem. About now. Hopefully the audio is much better. Can you hear me now? If so, let me know. All these are challenges going. So I can see someone saying, you LinkedIn, Daniel, long time. Yes, it's been a long time. So if you can just give me feedback, you can hear me, we are good to go, then we can proceed. Someone saying hi. So I was talking about the function of your CV and how it can be able to come and help you in the different ways. So there are different sections of a CV, and I advise you to write your CV this way. Number one, have your contact details, just your name, your phone number, and your email address. That's the quickest way for them to get in touch with you. The second thing that you need is to have a personal profile. Forget about the section about career objectives. Get rid of it. Use the section to write your personal profile, a short paragraph about you and what you can do and what you're bringing on board. Is that okay? Okay, thank you very much, Juliet. You're saying you can hear me. Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you for the big feedback. That is what I was looking for. Jeffrey, I can see you there saying hi, Karibu Sanam. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. So where had I was here. Sorry, can I get a job because I need one? Yes, you can get a job, but you need to be clear. What kind of job is it that you're looking for? By the way, that is one of the very common questions I normally get from clients. I need a job. Can I get a job? I tell them, yes, you can get a job. And the question is, what kind of job are you looking out for? And it's like, any. I said, no, that is the wrong answer. You can't just say you will be able to get any job. You need to be very specific, yeah? So I'll ask you what kind of job you're looking for. Someone else there saying, hi, thank you very much. This is a live Q&A session. Can I get information about professional job? I can see your email. I can drop you a question on that. Oh, loud and clear. Thank you very much. It's now okay. I think this is a question. We make complete range of sports where rugby. Okay, I think this would be the it's not the best place to come and advertise yourself. If you have any questions in regards to your career, let me know. Thank you for this program. Since I can't hear you clearly, may the network appreciate. Okay, hopefully now you can hear me. I'm here to answer any questions that you have in your career. Yeah. Thank you. Someone said they can hear me. I love this so much. Thank you. Thank you. So I had already received some of the questions, so I'm going through them. So we're looking about how do you write a professional CV, and yes, I have show you there how you can be able to write a professional CV. So I've talked about two main sections. Have your contact details on top of your the document, followed by your career personal profile. Get rid of the career objective section. Then there you can decide: do you want to start with your education or do you want to start with your experience, depending with what is it that you are selling at that particular point. Then from there you can put in the skills. Skills section is very important because you will need to showcase about half a dozen of your skills, both hard skills and soft skills. We have hard skills, which are very specific to your career. If you're an accountant, there are certain things you need to know as an accountant. If you're an engineer, if you are in business management, there's very specific things that you need to know. And if you are in marketing, all these are different types of uh, skills that you need to have. Then we have what we call soft skills. Soft skills basically are skills that will cut across all the kind of position or career that you're in. May you be in marketing, may you be in uh, a lawyer, engineering, something like leadership skills, management skills, communication skills. Those are very key skills that you need to have. I can see another question coming here from Elijah. Can you help me get Canadian resume? Yes, you can Google actually Canadian resume uh, template, but I would also say what we do with professional CVs mainly is try to communicate the value. Forget about the template. Yeah, templates give you some guideline, but if you have a template and you just put random or real facts and figures, it still wouldn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. Thank you very much. I can see what's up, Prof. Faham Karibu Sana, looking for job sponsorship. I don't know what you mean by job sponsorship. Which kind of job are you looking for? I can see someone here saying we can't hear you. Is that the feeling across? Is it that we are having an audio problem again? Please let me know in the chat. I am doing front office in a certain hotel. What are the expectations after 3 months of probation? Of course, when you get a job, they give you a probation period. Some will be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. And this is just a period to see your work ethic. Are you able to deliver on that role? Are you someone who is a fast learner? Are you someone that they can work with? Do you fit in their company culture? So this is a point where you need to actually put your best foot forward. Do all that is expected of you from that position. And sometimes go over and above what is expected of you. I like that idea of going over and above because most people will come in, especially in a new role, if you're in a probation, doing the bare minimum, and that is generally what everyone will do. Why not stand out by going over and above what is expected of you? So that is what I would maybe advise you to do. Thank you very much. I can see Violet, you're saying hello, Karibu Sanam. If you have any question, just drop it in any of the chat wherever you're following us. If you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on Facebook, I'll be able to find the question here. Dennis Mutuku, what exactly had you asked? Sorry, you can post the question again. I don't intend to just lenga someone intentionally. Are you supposed to include a photo in your resume? That's a very good question. And I would say no. Most of the time, no. In very rare occasions, you will be asked to include your photo, but it's not necessary because the question is the CV is supposed to help the person reading it to make the decision, are you the best candidate for the position? And so the question is, does your photo help them or communicate your ability to work? Most of the time, no, unless it is a kind of job that is based on your looks, like if it's you're a model or something of that sort. But most of the time, no. But if they need it, they will say in the job description, send your CV with your photo. But most of the time, you don't need it. Yeah. Josh, hopefully that's okay. Joram, Jage, I have secured several job interviews for graphic designer position, but I have never been successful. What would you suggest interviewers look for during the interview? Okay, I think I might not very know exactly what they're looking for, but you are the one who needs to know. Ask yourself, what are the kind of questions that you get asked over and over when you go to these interviews? And have you prepared in advance in terms of how to answer those questions? Here at Career Point Solutions, we offer free career coaching, and we also offer paid up interview coaching, which is a process for you to, first of all, be aware of the kind of questions that you expect to be asked in an interview and how to answer those questions and what is the intention of the question. Actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, I think I can share my shares trade here. Uh, yeah, when you go to my YouTube channel, I've done several videos on how to answer questions in an interview. So just go to YouTube, search Daniel Mutuku, and then there is this section here, interview question and answer. I would advise you to go there, look at this kind of questions that you expect. Tell us about yourself. Why should we hire you? What is your salary expectation? This will be a good place for you to start to know how to answer these questions in an interview. But reflect on the kind of question you've been asked and how you can be able to improve next time you go for the interview. Good. I want to check here. We have engineer Edward. You're asking, is it in order for the panelists to claim that you are overqualified for a given job after reviewing your resume and therefore you don't stand a chance to qualify? Yes, there are some situations where someone is overqualified, and you should not present yourself as an overqualified candidate when you're applying for a job and you need a job. And how do you know that? By reading the job description. The job description gives you what is expected of you when you are going for an interview, right? So if you overpresent yourself, if you put so many qualifications way over and above what they're looking for, it's good to go above, but don't again blow them off their plan. For example, there's a time I was looking for an intern, and there's someone who had a lot of experience. At that particular point, they did not have a job, but they still wanted to come in for the internship. I told them they are overqualified. I wouldn't be comfortable having someone who is way having a lot of experience just because they don't have a job. I give them an intern job where they will be coming to do very, can I say, low level tasks, which is you're sure it will not make sense to them. So yeah, it is possible for someone to be overqualified. Uh, Fahan, could you please make a video about scholarship studies, online certificate, free courses? Yes, I can do that. Yes, I will do that. Thank you for the feedback. By the way, if you have any question, please drop them in the chat. I will be coming through to answer all of them. We are about 14 minutes in. We have 16 more minutes before we close this live Q&A session. We intend to have this every Tuesday at 4 to 4:30. So drop your questions and I'll be able to answer all of them. Okay, I can see Kevin saying nice. Sorry, joined in Tuesday late. So it's okay. You're in. Josh, are you supposed to include a photo in your resume? I think I've answered that question. No, you don't need to. Another question, nice talk. Helen, thank you very much. But if you're finding value, if this is a good thing, you want us to continue, please let me know in the chat. Just drop a comment in the chat or in the comment, just say it's a good stuff. Let's keep doing it. Nice talk. That is Helen. Another question here: what can be the problem when you keep applying and you don't get a job? Any feedback? Um, I'm going to be a bit harsh. There's saying or a quote, is it by Albert Einstein, who says, insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And if you have been applying for jobs over and over and you have not been getting any feedback from them, then there's something that you're doing wrong and you need to stop and ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing wrong? And I can tell you, when 90%, 9 out of 10 of the time, is how you present yourself on your CV. And that is why we offer free CV review, where we look at your CV and we give you an opportunity for you to actually reflect on what is it that the employer is saying. Let me share this. Here we go. So if you go to careerpoint.co.k, Career Point Solutions CV review, you'll get an opportunity to submit your CV for a free review. There it is. And let me put it also in the chat. So I want to put it in the chat. Go there, submit your CV for a free review. One of our career coaches will give you a call and discuss like what your CV is actually presenting on the other end. Hopefully that will be okay. Is that okay? Good one. Let me look for which other question? Where was I last? Derek, you're saying hello, just joined. Karibu sana. Dennis, Kevin, may you please answer this? Do you have a question or concern to us panelists? Okay, this is a very good question. Yeah. Once you go to an interview, they ask you, do you have any question for us? I want to say yes. You need to have a question for them, and it is important for you to have a question for them. And there are some guidelines on which kind of questions you should be able to ask. I will give you some guidelines, but let me do this. Yeah, I want to share with you this. Again, I will be referring most of the time to my YouTube videos because in this channel there's a lot of great resource. Now, if you go to this section of interview question and answers, there is one question here, any question for us. And in this video, I actually give you 10 smart questions that you should ask when you are in an interview. And the thing is, guidelines on what kind of questions to have. First, the question should show that you have done research on that company. This shouldn't just be any random question. Ask a question that is related to that company, to that organization, or to that position that you're applying for. The second guideline is they shouldn't be questions about you and how you stand to benefit. You don't ask questions like, can I have vacations? Or what are the benefits for this position? Those would be questions that show that you're very selfish about yourself and the kind of that job. But would you ask questions like, I saw in your website you want to take this percent of the market share. How are you planning to do it? Or what are the key challenges you see with this role that I'm about to get? There's certain questions. So I want you to go to my YouTube channel. After this, just search Daniel Mutuku, go to that section where we have interviews, and then you will be able to check out those 10 smart questions to ask. Is that okay? So I'm back here. Can you share your email with us? Yes. If you want to get in touch with me, my email is Daniel at careerpoint.co.ke. There we go. I will put it up there so that you can be able to see. I'm doing information science, any connection in records management. Dennis, please send me your CV also. That would be helpful. So there we go. That is my email address, Daniel at careerpoint.co.ke. That's simple. Then we can be able to talk more. If you have any question, drop them in the chat. Someone saying hi to you. How can I apply for which job? Okay. What should a conducive work environment consist of? Now, this is personal. This would be personal. what do you consider to be a conducive environment? Of course, there are certain like universal factors, an environment that allows you to perform your work to the best level, an environment which is not toxic. It's not something that ends up giving you a lot of mental health issues, stress, and depression. Of course, we have work stress or work expected kind of some deadlines and some what do you call it, outcomes that are needed, reports, and some targets to be met, which is okay. But and conducive environment, one that supports you to achieve or to do your role. I know that might be very general, but if you have very specific things that you'd want to know, feel free to drop me an email and then we can be able to talk. After the 3 months of probation, I'm told I'm supposed to do another interview. What is the probability there? Yeah, you might do another interview. It depends with the company, the company and the organization structure and how and the policies. They will ask you to go for an interview. I have worked in a place where you get a contract, 2-year contract, and every time the contract ends, you need to do another interview for you to renew your contract. Yeah. So, what do you expect there? Just to discuss your work experience, your work ethics. Have you been able to live up to your potential? Do you see yourself there? Do you enjoy the work? And probably those kind of questions, right? Jane Ryungu, tips on how to compress or to compose and avoid being nervous during interviews. Okay, I like this. How to be composed and avoid being nervous? There's several things you can do, but I'll give you three P's. Three P's. The first P is to prepare. Yeah. By preparing, go back and look at the job description and the application that you sent in, because this will help you understand, have an understanding of what is the role that you applied for, the application you sent them, what they saw, and why they are interested in you, inviting you for that interview. The second thing, as you prepare, do research about that company. Yes. And when you look about that company, what are they all about? Do you know their mission, and what do you know your role and how you're going to help them do that role? That will also be something which is very, very important. The second P is about presentation. How do you present yourself in that specific day? And presentation will play to do with the how you speak, how confident you are, how you show up, your body language. Are you timid? Are you confident? And all that. And the last P, I think it's okay. So I've talked about preparation. I've talked about presentation, and I think what is the other P? Practice. Oh, practice. I forgot. So when you prepare, you need to go through the kind of questions that you expect to be asked in an interview and do practice. Let me tell you, there are certain questions you expect in an interview. Anytime you go, tell us about yourself. Why should we hire you? And that is why I always say it is important for you to go to this YouTube channel. Yeah, you can see that section. When you just search Daniel Mutuku, there's a section about interview questions and answers. So when you go through this section, you understand the kind of question you'll be asked, why you are asked those questions, and how to respond to those questions. Then knowing is not it all, because I can tell you, what we plan or what we have in our heads when we get to the interview, it does not really come out exactly what how we had planned. Can you agree with me? So when you practice, you will, yes, get a feel of it, but I can assure you, when you go to the interviewing room, you will be able to do a much better job than if you did not practice. So think about preparing, practice, and your presentation, how you show up and how you show you are the right candidates. I like this session. I think so many good, great questions. Hopefully, you guys are getting value out of it. I'm really appreciating for you showing up. We will be doing this every Tuesday at 4 p.m. So catch us on YouTube, LinkedIn, and also on Facebook. Hope you're saying hello. Thank you. I can see Salma saying, if I went for an interview but haven't gotten feedback, am I expected to call or ask? Or do I what or do I wait? Okay, I would say this. Um Actually, one of the questions you can ask after an interview is, how long should I expect to get feedback from you? Then once they give you feedback, you can follow up. But it's, you can write an email or give them a call once, after 2 or 3 weeks just to confirm if you can proceed, but don't bother them. Yeah, I don't want think they don't want someone who is a bother. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I think I lost. I can see my laptop is actually running out of charge, and we are 25 minutes in. So 5 minutes, we close it. Yeah. Or if it holds. Do a video on career growth if you rose to higher level without papers but experience. Now you want to get the papers. How do you start? And what is the best course to take? Yeah, I think I can do a video on that, but it's for you to ask yourself what is the key skill or key qualification you did for that specific position that you're in for you to be relevant in that point. Yeah. Where is the link? I think I put it on the link, but just search Career Point Solutions CV review, or just go to careerpoint.co.ke. It will show you a link for CV review. Is that okay? I think that is it. You disappear, Daniel. Oh, I'm here. Thank you. How do you answer the question beside your qualification experience? Beside your qualification experience, education, upbringing. Okay, I don't understand that. Maybe you can paraphrase. Why why work with us? Why choose us? That's a very good question in an interview. Why should you work with us? It is up to you now to take that opportunity to sell yourself for them because of your skills, because of your qualification, or if you have some connection. Maybe they're in a field where they're making impact in the society or something that is related to you. There are different ways, but I can do a video about that. I am trying to dash because also of time. Can answer using company core values and apply based on the experience. Be correct, cancer. Yeah, thank you. You can actually connect your why you're applying based on the company value. That would be a great take. Thank you, Eric Nyaga, for being also a good participant in sharing. Just you demand the amount you need. Don't worry. Okay, I think Josh has something to do with the payment, and then your. So thank you very much. I can see. Please help me in a job. Which kind of job are you looking for? That would be a good place to start. I have BSc engineering with 4 years working experience. Okay, let me put the link here where you can submit your CV, or you can drop me an email, daniel@careerpoint.co.k. That will be also a way. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for hanging in there, being with me this Tuesday. We plan to do this every Tuesday at 4 p.m. We might have a replay this on Saturday, but if you're watching the replay still, drop your questions in the comments and I will be able to answer them when I get time. I really appreciate if you have gotten some value, just give me some thumbs up in the middle there. I will appreciate. And I think that is it. I have answered all the questions. For those who are asking, where do I put my CV? Where do I submit my CV? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been great. It has been awesome. You guys are a great place and you are great people. Thank you for your question. Our mission at Career Point Solutions is to help you become more employable and to increase your earning potential. And I believe by running this live event or this live Q&A session, you have gotten that value. If so, just drop, say thank you, something. We have 1 more minute. Just drop in the chat. Thank you, or what is the one thing that you have learned from this session? I like reading through. If you have heard me before, I always take stock of my time and my session. What is the one thing that you have learned from this session? Please don't ask any question at the moment. Yeah, just let me know in the chat. What is the one key takeaway that you have gotten from this session? We have 1 minute to go. Thank you for your response and your time. That is Joram. I really appreciate that. I can see Omali saying thank you. You're welcome. You didn't see mine, please. Obed. Okay, I'll go back to see the questions. Yeah. But if you can type it or copy and paste it very quickly, I can still go through it. We have a minute. Um, I learned to be deliberate in all I do. Thank you very much. That's a good one. What should be the answer when you apply for a job? For a job different from your graduation subject, then they ask you why do you want to do this job? Then you are in a different department. By the way, okay, I'll say no more questions, but I would say most of the time your job or your ability to work doesn't necessarily have to do with the kind of skill or qualification you got from the university. But if it is something that you're passionate about, if it is something that you can be able to deliver on, that is what you should focus on. Education is not the only thing that gives you the ability to work. Yeah, Musa. But I will start from that point. In our next on Tuesday, I'll start from there. Musa, you're saying thank you. I appreciate that. I can see Rao, you're saying hello. Karibu Sana. Very informative. I appreciate that. Oh, I think this was your question. I have a bachelor's in molecular biology and forensic technology, but I'm finding it hard to secure a job. It's a new course. Nobody that I can register with. Is there a way to find it? Yeah. Don't restrict yourself only on what you have learned, but are there jobs that will require general skills that you can be able to learn, like sales, like customer service, like research, like writing? Do not restrict yourself only to that what you have learned. You will be surprised at how big this world is, and what you did in the school sometimes will not be the only thing you'll do for the rest of your life. So be open-minded, use open kind of skills that will enable you to secure a job around any kind of uh, opportunities. That's okay. Open. Send me your CV. We can be able to discuss and see the opportunities that are there. Okay, I can see one saying thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, Hello, I think that it has been today attending interview for Three Sisters Company as an administrator. What would the question to expect? I will take you to my, now I can't even see here. Okay, I'll take you to my YouTube channel where you can be able to get all the questions. Yeah, Daniel at just search Daniel Mutuku interview questions. There we go. I think that is it. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot in the skills section. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And until next time, I'm out.